Hey everybody, welcome in to one of my first YouTube lives in a little bit. I've been over on Twitch playing games and we've been having a good time, but now we're back. We're back on YouTube pretty much for the rest of the week. I'm really excited to have you here, those of you that are coming in and trickling in. Today is going to be really fun because we are going to be listening to the Shadow Gambit OST. Shadow Gambit is a game that recently came out, made by Me Games. They also did Shadow Tactics, Blade of the Shogun, and the music is really good and really interesting and very piratey. It's great in that way. It was composed, produced, and performed by Filippo Pecaz, and yeah, it's really great. Julie Elvin's in this. You may know her from Horizon Zero Dawn's what's it called, Dust theme. I can't remember, but there's a lot of really quality stuff going on here, and a lot of chants and singing and folk songs that are related to music. So I figured it was time to check it out. It's been on my to-do list here for a couple weeks, and I haven't been able to get to it. So now we are here, and I am excited about it. So one second. I will get us going. Let's get started. Okay. I like the organ in there. Wow. Oh, Julie sounds great there. That's such a good main theme. Gosh, that's really nice. It's so interesting to me because, I mean, main themes make or break a game in so many different ways. like a main theme is the pivotal moment, I think, to really reel in a player and decide whether, and let the player decide whether or not they're going to pay attention and actually want to commit to that. Obviously the gameplay and the, you know, all these aspects have to be good, but that's really nice. I love how vibrant that is, and it doesn't have like it's interesting because it doesn't sound like the typical like pirate thing, which is great. It doesn't lean on trope too much, but it still has a lot of like emphasis on, I don't know, power and strength and a focus on like being, you know, efficiently good at the job of pirating. But obviously the game, it's a little bit more complex than that. There are special abilities that are involved and stuff. But so that's nice. And yes, that thumbnail, Raul really put his, he did a great job on that thumbnail. All right, next up is Aphia Arrives. Okay. Oh, short and sweet. Builds tension, but in like a really kind of romantic way. Kind of. New Crookberries next. Let's check this out. We're just going through the whole soundtrack, vibing with it, listening to it. I think New Crookberry is the town, I think, the first town that you're in. Oh, meter change, kind of. I really like how layered these couple tracks have been already. Like we haven't even like really gotten into the meat of the soundtrack. Also, I realize that we're competing with the the state of play with the PlayStation 5 state of play, but it's okay. This will be available for people to watch later. So that's really interesting to me. The overuse of the organ there. And we get that like piratey sea shanty thing that's also coexisting with all of that, and so you do get this essence of like, I think, a little bit of characterization, plus the organ, which almost always emphasizes like sort of violence, devilishness. So it's interesting how those two soundscapes are merged into one. That's nice. Angler's Grave. Oh, I like that. There's your pirate theme. That screams pirates. Sounded like probably a fife, I would say. Although I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. That organ, that accordion. Huh. There's like a buildup and a swell. It flirts with ambient music too, which is really interesting. God, this game has an amazing aesthetic to me. Heroic undead pirate crew. Yeah, for sure. And then we get the harpsichord here. And chanting. Definitely plays with that idea of the undead quality, but also the... there's just so much mystery in this. Like random low brass there, that's cool. That's a nice vocal line. What's interesting to me about that piece is that even though it follows like a standard, written structure and standard process of writing it, it actually does have a quality. Sorry, my eyes. It does have a quality to me of ambient music, and I actually think that this is the type of music that you would experience. Like, so if you never played Mimimi games, they did Desperados 3, Shadow Tactics, Shadow Gambit. It's everything is all about stealth and moving from point A to point B from a top-down perspective, like a CRPG, and you can see the line of sight of the enemy, and you have special abilities, and you stealthily take down folks, and get to the objective. And so there are these large sprawling maps, and Shadow Gambit's no different, actually, even though it's sort of pirate themed, and you can slowly make your way through the map, and every map has interesting tunes that are not just like sort of one-dimensional. What I think is sort of surprising to me about this is that it flirts with the idea of melody with ambient music, which so often when we hear ambient music in video games in general, ambient music tends to be pretty sparse. Usually it has a little bit more of like a non-forward direction. But what was interesting about this particular piece, Angler's Grave is what it's called, is that even though it seems most likely that this is like a map area, one of these big sprawling maps where you're doing something, there's actually quite a bit of activity in the musical orchestration, which is abnormal, I would say, for background music, like what we would truly consider like your standard prototypical like BGM. And this is incredibly effective at evoking a sense of danger and a sense of hostility and a sense of fear. And it drives forward, even though it most likely is ambient music. And ambient music is tricky because it can be pretty boring. And, that was 6 minutes, and that will probably be on a loop. But it was actually like pretty interesting and varied, and it continued and it sustained itself for those 6 minutes, which was very, honestly, it's kind of hard to find because, God, some ambient music, especially if it's bad, makes you very sleepy. So this is called, next one is number 5, Red Marley's Embrace. Hey, Filippo. And we have the composer here with us. Filippo is here. Hey, Filippo. Oh. Does that harm? Nice little augmented shifts there, Filippo. Frilka. That's cool. Welcome in. I like how Red Marley's embrace here. Like I don't know this. First of all, was that the hurdy-gurdy? It sounded like there was some. What I find really interesting about this is that it kind of gives a characterization of Red Marley, and I think that that's one of the things that. Why is YouTube starting this ads business? Sorry, you might get ads. This plays with the idea of like a warm, peaceful embrace, but then also like that warm, peaceful embrace has some elements to it that are not as great as they should be. And so it's a warm embrace with some strings attached, which is really interesting too, how music can facilitate multi-dimensional emotional perspectives and thinking, not necessarily based off of just like it depends on how it's presented. So if it's presented like if this is a 3-minute song, so if it was a 3-minute song without any variation really, and it was just like a nice it sounded like a folk tune, like something that you would hear passed down. It's obviously like some sort of characterization about a character. But if it was if it hadn't had some interesting augmented or sharp notes in there, it would have become kind of rote and a little bit redundant. But what's interesting about it is that because we add some as we proceed through the sound, the music, there's a variation there that's really interesting where it doesn't get too boring because we're adding like a depth, and it almost feels like, especially near the middle end, there's a heft and a weight that exists in that music, which is pretty cool. And again, these are like little tricks that are used to again, keep listeners engaged, or at the very least, like help with characterization, because characterization can only get you so far. It's very interesting. Like you can narratively create an interesting story, narratively create diverse characters that are interesting. But the problem is that the music, if you don't have the music you can have worlds that are intriguing, but without the music to really build the 3-dimensional scale of what we're trying to listen for, it will be very it will be a little bit 2-dimensional. And so that's something I picked up on, which is nice. All right. What's next? Oops, I have too many tabs open. Next up is sorry, one second. So that was Dreadvine's Cove. Nice. That's good. That's a nice subtle harmony there. Yeah. yeah, again, leaning on this idea that it's essentially ambient, but it's not at the same time. That's cool because it's interesting how this music, even though it doesn't necessarily go somewhere, but it has like layerings that raise stakes and raise tension, and not every track is intended to be like the main theme is. And so that's very interesting to me because it's ambient, but it's not. It's fun. That you rarely hear that. You rarely hear like ambient music that actually has like that is actually interesting. Let's be real. And that is interesting. There's always a sense of danger, which is really, raising the stakes and keeping the stakes high. A sudden betterment. I like it. That guitar in there is nice. That's a nice counter melody. Sounds like there's just a little bit of chant back there too. But I love that. You Piggerty third that? I love that. We went from, was that minor to major? I like that. Yeah, there's something nice about a little pirate tune, a little pirate ballad that has a beautiful melody that just carries us over this ocean, you know what I mean? Dread's Rain. I wonder why that sounds modern. Nice. There's just something about low male voices, huh? That's some crunch. That's an interesting crunchy harmony there. Oh. Ooh. That's nice. I like that moment. That's Again, effective ambient music. I dig it. Just a little bit of twinges of nefariousness or fear, but really like just there as a presence of setting. It's interesting too, I think, because ambient music can also showcase, a momentary emotion that's an overarching experience rather than just like a character's theme or idea, right? So like the ambient tune, like that sounded like sneaking around and trying to be efficient at what you're doing in the process, grabbing someone's keys, stabbing someone in the back. Like that's what that music, it's funny how that indicates that. But again, I think that's fun because rather than like, yes, the tutorial or something is going to say, oh, you have to steal the key. But when we add the music, there's that 3-dimensional touch to it that I think adds to that layer of it. Also, if you're enjoying this, we have a dev and the composer, Filippo, in the chat, which you should definitely say hi to them if you are enjoying this music because they're both here. The twins of Nerich Temeresh. Nerich Temeresh. The twins of Nerich Temeresh. I have a feeling it's going to be a bop. Is that the twins right there? Ooh, a little uncomfortable. Yeah, that's uncomfortable. Feels like we're like in a sewer. You know what I mean? Or like some terrible story. It's funny how that made me uncomfortable. Like that made me, you know, that made me feel a little on edge there. I didn't necessarily enjoy listening to that out of context. I think in context it would have been very appropriate. But there was that creepy crawly. First of all, the way that the that salt shaker was going nonstop in the back there. And the way that the piano crept up and it's slightly demorphed sound, or slightly demorphed? Is that a word? Demorphed? It really had no... God, I'm such a sucker for melody, you know? And so when something doesn't have melody and it just feels very stretched out... Now, they did have a little bit of melody, but like its intended purpose was certainly not to be like singable per se. And I just was like... Especially when you compare it to something that we listened to earlier, like Red Marley's Embrace, which had a very clear melody. I still think that like the main theme was absolutely nuts. Like I think that may be one of my favorite main themes I've heard in a little bit. Like that main theme is pretty damn good. This is the Iron Bay coming up. And hopefully there's melody. There's tension. Okay, there's tension. Fine, I'll take tension, that's fine. That's a nice melody. That big beat, it's like a bell or like a sound in the, like a ship in the distance. Nice. I like the harpsichord and organ leaning is very interesting. That organ is fun. cool. All right. Let's keep her going. Next up is... Oh, you know what I want to listen to? I want to listen to Le Retour de Bataillon. Yes, that's it right there. Now that's peaceful. That's really beautiful. Nice pickup in tempo here. That's nice. And I say this with like respect, but that is like the perfect song to fall asleep to. Like, you know what I mean? Like that is like peaceful. Like, yes, there's a speed up at the end, but in terms of tempo and stuff, like it's really dulcet and it doesn't feel like heavy like a lot of the rest of the soundtrack is, where it's very emphasizing the experience of running around and sneaking and fighting and stabbing and whatever. It's like that was super peaceful and really nice. That was lovely. Let me listen to the track right after, Gran Alcazar. Nice horn swell. Nice tension. Man, that organ is in like every one of these tracks. That's fun. Oh. Cool. All right, let's check out. All right, let's listen to some sea shanties. Folk of the Sea. Yes, this is what I'm here for. Let's do.
With the folk of the sea, we put rum in our tea. With the folk of the sea, we put rum in our tea. We got grog in our hands and our feet in the sand. We got grog in our hands and our feet in the sands. That's what we do, that's why we live. We're a mighty crew until we're on the ground. The ship.
The dog in the background is perfect.
This board feed captains to sharks. We're proud of this board feed captains to sharks. We plunder and loot and live on spoiled food. We plunder and loot and live on spoiled food. That's what we do, that's why we live. We're a mighty crew until we're on the ground. The ship.
That's a hurdy-gurdy too.
Extra ransom and bales. We bust our sails, extra ransom and bales. We stalk in the night and are eager to fight. We stalk in the night and are eager to fight. That's what we do, that's why we live. We're a mighty crew until we're on the ground. The ship.
We tie knots and ropes and keep order on boat.
We tie knots and ropes and keep order on boat.
We clean our deck and we're flying the black.
We clean our deck and we're flying the black. That's what we do, that's why we live. What's a mighty crew?
Man.
Now without a ship.
That's so low. my god, that's such an interesting style of singing to me, because it's like all throat. How does anybody do that? I dig it. That's crazy. I don't know how anybody does that. Let's listen to Teresa's Lament. This is probably a very sad song. It's interesting how the guitar makes it sound Spanish. That's good. Oh. This is nice. That's really that might be one of my favorite tracks. That was beautiful. It was like somber, but also incredibly positive and enthusiastic at the same time. Interesting. Strange New Deck. Let's check this out. More hurdy-gurdy in here. Playing with that. It's very. The dissonance in the piano. little. Another positive resolution. That's so funny. It ends positively. So funny when tracks do that. Let's check out. Focal. Let's see. We already did. We did Teresa's Lament. Let's check out number 18. Stranger Waves. Nice. Nice harmony there. Whistling. That's a nice touch. Chill. Even though it's intense, it was also like very nice. I want to check out number Shadows Past. More organs. I like that aesthetic a lot. That's pretty cool. And the chant thing happens in so many pieces in this game. I wonder what the significance is of the chant there. If it's like that human element mixed in with the like sort of undead sorcery element too. I like that. All right, let's check out number 15. Toya's Perfection. Oh yeah, Toya's a dead Japanese cook, if I remember correctly. Oops, I got the wrong number. Hi, Felipe. Cool. Very different from anything else we've really heard today, which is exciting. Let's listen to number 20. What's number 20? Number 20 is Quentin's Hunt. Quentin's Hunt. Scary. But playful. It's so interesting. Blue Core, how are ya? Bye, bye, Cloudless. Huh. Okay, I really want to check this out. Track 59 includes stones that sing from the island of Sardinia. I'm really curious to hear this. This is something intriguing to me. Disregard Luna behind me here. She's making her cameo. Whoa. Huh. You don't ever hear that. That's so interesting to me. That's cool. Huh. Who knew that stones could sing? I certainly didn't. Let's listen to it's actually the last track in the game, but I'm curious what it sounds like. The Joyous, I should say. Nice harmony. I love the exuberance in that piece. Just the bounding energy, you know? Let's check out track number 46. What's this? Enemies in Spades. I wonder what that will sound like. 46. Huh. a nice touch. Put it down. Big brass. Big brass. Ooh, I love the percussion in this. Especially the snare drum, it has such a marching quality. That's fun. Well, I have to end the stream at 6:30, so actually I kind of want to listen to the main theme again. Just because, man, that main theme is really good. Where is it? Here it is. Damn it. My mic was muted. Anyway, I was saying with that, I have to end this stream, go make dinner for Luna and myself. Just wanted to say thank you. If Filippo is in the chat, thank you for sending me over this soundtrack. It's really, really nice. I can't wait to listen to it actually in context. I think it's going to be really fun to listen to, like while actually doing the thing that this game involves. And Froko, if you're in here, thank you so much for your hard work. Really appreciate it. And yeah, as always, thanks a ton, everybody, for hanging out. And I hope I'll see you on the next live stream, which will be tomorrow, possibly. I may have to change it, but we'll see everybody very soon. And thanks a ton for hanging out, okay? I'll talk to you later.